Alright, hey guys, so welcome to the JB's Nature Walk. Real quick guys, I've started a new Patreon page. So by becoming a new member today guys, you can receive new releases of my video before I post it on YouTube, and I include a link below the description of this video. Alright guys, let's get to the video. Hey guys, you can also support me by buying my books, Nature Inspiration and Nature Inspiration Prints. These are inspirational quote books featuring my nature and wild photography, and they're in a link below the description of this video. You can also support me by buying my prints on my website, beautiful nature and wild photography of different subjects, and I've included a link below the description of this video. Let's get to it guys. Alright, hey guys, so welcome to the JB's Nature Walk. So, I've noticed that you guys really enjoyed the last video that I posted, so I definitely want to appreciate it. Definitely got more views, and yeah, I guess with the likes the same, but I got a lot more views than usual. So definitely support me guys by like, comment, share, subscribe, become a Patreon member, and donate. Buy my prints, whatever you guys can do. If you guys love the content, just show your support and love that way. And we're gonna get into it guys. So I definitely appreciate you guys liking and looking at the other video that I posted. Now today's video is gonna be similar. I know I told you guys last time that I was gonna feature pictures that I shot manually, and I just want to show the lens again before I even show you guys the pictures on the screen and all that. Here is the lens. So this is, I know I showed you guys last time. I just want to show you again before I show you like the pictures on the screen and all that. I know there's a lot of traffic outside. Yeah, so the pictures I'm going to show you that I shot manually, this is a manual lens. So basically when you know, before you take a picture, like the cameras these days are autofocus. So the moment you press that button to take a picture, it automatically focuses on the subject. So the lens, it tells the lens to focus on the subject that it's focusing on when you press the shutter button. Then when you just press it just to focus, but then you push it again to take the actual picture. Now this is a manual lens, so you don't necessarily have that. It's like the camera works for you, but now when you shoot manually, you're kind of doing all the work. So when you press that shutter button, you're actually taking the picture. With this, you have to manually focus, right? Focus on the subject before taking the picture. So that is a huge challenge to do. Actually, I met some photographers and I was actually asking them, you know, and I say, hey, have you shot manual before, you know? And they said a lot of them told me it's like, oh, that's impossible. That's really difficult. And they'll probably be surprised that I've actually did it. I've shot manually before. And if I told them, it's like, hey, you must think I'm impossible. Mentally, I was thinking that when they say, oh, it's impossible. And it's like, okay. But that's just a lot. You can learn a lot from people just by listening to them speak. If you ask them questions and all that, you can learn a lot from people. Definitely get all the info you need. But yes, it is not impossible to shoot manually. No, I can show you proof of that in a few minutes. I've gotten my best photography by shooting manually like this lens right here. And you know, it's actually a new photographer by the name of Brian K. Wheeler. I actually did a book review on him, so that's like my earlier videos. You guys can check that out. And all the pictures he has in that book, like all those amazing bird and flight photography, he has shot manually. He said he's not getting into the digital game that I'm in right now. And the fact that I say I have this lens, I'm in the digital game, but I also like to mess around with manual, you know. But since I have the other lens, I don't necessarily have to. This one's a lot cheaper, of course, but it takes a lot of skill to pull off shooting manually. It's not easy, but it's not impossible though, like a lot of other photographers. And here's my opinion, my personal opinion. If you say that it's impossible to do anything, it's a sign of laziness. The only reason I say that is because I put myself in a situation to challenge myself to shoot manual, because I felt confident enough in my abilities that, you know what, I know I can do this, I can master this, and I did. You know, if you don't feel like you're confident enough in your abilities to challenge yourself, then you're not really mastering your craft. You're not really doing anything with it, actually. But you should have that desire to really challenge your abilities, challenge yourself, and become better at your craft. Become, like, master the craft. You know what I mean? That's a sign of growth. So, if you guys listening to this, and you guys who are photographers like me, you know what I'm talking about. You want to have that inner desire to challenge yourself. Don't say, oh, it's impossible and all this. It's like, no. Like, if I told you, like I'm telling you guys now, that I have a lot of pictures and I shot them manually and you guys look at these pictures look nice, you must think I'm impossible then. It's like, but that's not true, right? I am possible. I'm here, man. So anything is possible. It's really a mental thing. And what are you guys thinking of doing when I'm outside? It's all mental gymnastics 24/7. Especially in 21st century. It's crazy out here. I'm doing a lot of mental gymnastics. Not even just photographing birds, but just navigating life, period. So, yeah. Not that I'm ranting, but I just had to like get that off my chest. But I have asked a few photographers, and I just want to pick their brains, you know? But yeah, it kind of hurt me a little bit, but it's like, well, we're all at different phases of our life, so they just haven't reached that phase where they want to challenge themselves. But even before challenging yourself and your abilities, you have to feel confident in yourself to challenge yourself. You have to get to that level. So, yeah. But that was a learning experience for me to learn. So, okay, everybody just not at my level, but that's okay, you know? But yeah, I still definitely want to talk about, like, don't see too many indigenous people not necessarily do nature on photography. I mean, that's a whole other thing, right? It's a whole other topic, but it's nice to see, like, a person like me that does enjoy time outdoors. Like, I've always enjoyed being outside. Still do today. I just had an amazing nature walk yesterday on Friday the 13th of October, right? That scary time. I enjoyed it. It was like a good nature walk. I really enjoyed it. Just being outside, just enjoying and breathing the fresh air, just enjoying the fall, autumn season. There's so much gifts to enjoy from nature, just the present moment. And I realize that everybody doesn't have that awareness to enjoy nature as much as I do. So I definitely want to like express and bring that to you guys' awareness. Like, it doesn't matter where you are in your life. Like, there was times where I didn't have everything that I have now. Not even talking about the camera gear or just the life that I have. I had barely had anything, but I still made time to just be out in nature. The little bit of money I had at the time, you know, I always made it a priority. But we all have different priorities these days. But I feel like mental health, I think it's Mental Health Awareness Month, right? October now? Yeah, something like that. I mean, to me, mental health is always important, right? It's every day, it's not just a month thing, but you should focus on your well-being. And nature heals you. It heals you energetically, it heals you mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. It does all that stuff. Like, guys, at some point you gotta not so much follow the herd or follow the crowds, but you gotta start thinking for yourself. And that's what I do. I'm in nature. I I do all the thinking myself. It's good to like pick someone else's brain or look at someone else and see how they live their life or what they're doing. Kind of get and take from what they're doing and apply to your life. That's all great. But at the same time, you need to learn and do things on your own and apply to your life. And you know what I'm saying? Think for yourself, basically. And that's just as important as learning from someone else. So I want to emphasize that to you guys as well. Being nature is so healing. But like as an indigenous person like myself, it's really weird and hate to say it, it's kind of sad not to see too many people who look like me not into nature. And I'm glad you guys love the pictures from last. I really do appreciate the last video. I can tell you guys liked it a lot. I never got that many views. But like I said, I love to see more people who look like me. They need to be doing this. And I'm not just talking about nature and photography, that would be great. But I mean like just showing their love and appreciation for nature. Because I'm endemic to this land. Like my people are already here. So I'm just showing you guys that I just have this love and appreciation for not just the country, but just nature. Because nature and the animals that live in this country, you can't really find anywhere else in the world. This place is special. Like not just North America, but just the Western Hemisphere, just completely different. You have a globe right there. But yeah, I have a deep love and appreciation for it. So yeah, it's just something for you guys to think about. You can understand where I'm coming from as well as an indigenous aboriginal. So this is a treat for you, for me to even tell you this and to show you like, okay, this guy, yeah, he's dead serious about what he's talking about. It's like, yeah, you've seen my work, right? Yeah, I'm serious about everything that I do. But I also have that down to earth. I'm very grounding and all that. And I'm open, to discuss and talk about things as well, especially about anything nature. But yeah, so definitely hope this message that I'm bringing to you guys will reach other people who I'm basically planting seeds here, right? Planting seeds of awareness about who I am, what I do, and just kind of carrying out the message, basically. Minded on the message when I'm here. So yeah, you guys are gonna see pictures that I've shot with this, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. I didn't realize that I have so many pictures, so I'm gonna have to break it down. Like I'm probably not gonna do all of them. I'm just gonna pick my favorites. If you guys check my Instagram page, you guys can. It's a whole bunch of pictures. So I'm not gonna post all of them. I'm just gonna post my favorite pictures and just kind of go from there. Put this thing back. Yeah, like I said, the photographer, the skill sets of photographer, they can shoot with anything. Doesn't matter if it's a manual lens or or autofocus. It just depends on the photographer. If I can shoot manually and autofocus, then anybody can. But like I said, it does take a lot of years of experience. I didn't do this overnight. This took me years. I still have a long way to go. So yeah, anything is possible. But if you say it's impossible, then you're lazy mentally because you didn't even try to begin with, and that's what you're basically telling me. So just something to think about. Never say nothing is impossible, because you're about to see that I'm going to change your whole mental state after watching this video, because you're going to say, oh wow, well, Jabari's not lying. He's like, oh, if he can do this, it's like, okay, I could probably do it too. So anybody can do it. But you have to first work on yourself, challenge yourself, work on your craft, and then you get comfortable and confident, then you have that desire to do it. But I'm gonna pause it here, guys, and you're gonna see some pictures. Alright, hey guys, so I'm gonna have to be as quick as possible going through each image, basically like a minute on each one. So I'm gonna get to it. So this is a juvenile red-shouldered hawk that I photographed at Cromer Valley Park, and of course this I shot with a manual lens. So I had to be very quick to really focus on the bird as fast as I could and snap that shutter button. I don't have too many perching shots, so I definitely want to feature as many perching images of birds as much as possible in my videos. But I definitely love this one because and just in me personally, I don't have too many perching shots of juvenile red-shirted hawks, so it's a unique find, and it was pretty cool that I was actually able to photograph it with my manual lens. It's a 500 meter lens, so yeah, I just want to showcase this one in basically the video. So yeah, I love this specific image. Now I have a turkey vulture here. I actually had a hard time choosing images because I have so many. But I definitely like this one. I love the angle. I love how the wings are fully spread out, tail fan out as well. It's a unique perspective. I got this at Oregon Ridge Park, I believe, and overcast day. And surprisingly enough, I was still able to get a nice sharp image with enough lighting under the wings and everything like that. Yeah, you'd be surprised, guys. Like you saying, "Hey, Jabbar, you got all these images, and you shot them manually." Yep. So I shoot manually in the camera. I also shoot manually with the lens. So everything is manually shot, and you guys are gonna be surprised even more. So this is just a start. Let's keep it moving. So I got this at Virginia Beach, and I'm actually going to show you a few series of these. I actually got it from a balcony, believe it or not. That's actually how I got into bird photography, birding flight photography specifically. So of course, when you shoot from a balcony, it's very difficult, let alone with a manual lens. When you shoot from a balcony, you have limited view, so that is another set of difficulties. But once you know how to master the angles and perspectives, you can easily capture anything that comes your way. But yep, I just sat in the balcony for a few hours and I just racked up on some bird and flight images. And you see this one's coming in with a fish in his talons, so that's pretty cool. And they were like, basically after they caught fish from the beach, they were just flying or just wheeling overhead, and I was just snapping these photos. So I'm definitely glad I was able to get all this with my manual lens. There's one just kind of looking right at me from a distance. And yeah, Virginia Beach is really good to really capture ospreys in action. If you get like a good hotel spot, and just definitely get like one of the higher level floor rooms, and you can just get your camera out and get your lens and just have a good time basically. It's like a party. Every time you see these osprey flying, it's like a party. And it's a good place to go. But yeah, when I first got into bird photography, I was literally just sitting in my balcony, my patio, and I was like 12, 13 years old, guys. I've been doing this. So, like over a decade of experience, I've kind of mastered how to photograph birds, specifically birds of prey from balconies. So, it just comes naturally to me at this point. But yeah, Virginia Beach is where it's at. I'm about to see some more amazing images. This one's got two fish in its talons, and you're gonna see that I have got some weird angles like this, but the thing is, the image is still clear, so you still know what's going on. It's just, you might get some weird angles like this because I don't have the 360-degree view that I need because I'm photographing from a balcony, but I'm still able to nail some images and get some good lighting and good crisp images. Yeah, I'm so blessed and happy that I'm able to like pull all this off with the lens that I have. Yeah, guys, anything is possible, man. If I can get these images, I know, it's definitely not impossible. I'm definitely gonna change everyone's mind after watching this video. All this is all manually shot from a balcony, and that's even more difficult, right? I didn't even go to a nature park. I just went to the Virginia Beach, took a vacation, and just shot this from a balcony. So I'm doing less work than the average photographer is. And that's kind of how I do my photography. I don't like doing a lot of work. I just like to sit down and wait for the birds to come to me. That's specifically where I like photographing from balconies, because that's, I mean, it's a lot of challenge in it, but if you know where the birds are and you're patient enough to wait for them, you can honestly get anything you want. And just to get like this diving shot, like look at this, guys, like diving from above. It recently caught a fish and it's just showing it off. He was shaking in the air, I guess just getting the water off his body, and then it just kept moving. This is one of my favorite images. You can clearly see what's going on. I mean, it's not diving for another fish, but it just, I think it was performing like pot hooks or something, but also just trying to get the water off his feathers so it can lighten the load a little bit. All from a balcony again. Yeah, I don't know what kind of fish that is. It looks very unique. This is another, in my humble opinion, I mean, all the pictures I show you are very difficult to get, but I really love this one because this is a very beautiful, classic banking shot of an osprey. Now, banking shots like this is very, very difficult to get. Usually I see a lot of photographers capture this type of in-flight activity from like high vantage points, such as like in the mountains somewhere. I wasn't in the mountains, I was just in the balcony, and I was actually able to capture this bird from above. I was basically above the bird, and I was just photograph it from a balcony. You can see the background is the ocean, so that's nice and blurred. You just got the nice, beautiful golden brown feathers of the dorsal part of the body. Really amazing. But I love capturing. It's very hard to get banking shots like this. Not easy. Alright, this guy here, or this gal I should say, she caught a nice two fish. As you can see, she's wheeling right overhead. And when it comes to photographing birds of prey from a balcony, I have limited time because once specific angles I can capture, I have to like time it right before the bird is out of view. So, because they were just wheeling right over my balcony, and I just had to be quick to push that shutter button. So like I'm always like turning that focus ring on the lens because I have limited time, so I have to really perfect that and just be fast on that shutter button. That's the most difficult thing you can do, honestly. It's the only thing you can do, really. It's just a lot of trial and error and a lot of frustrating moments, but you keep doing it, you will get the reward in the end. Just like this osprey caught two fish. There's another banking shot. Not as, the other one was definitely a better angle, but I still like this one too. It is another classic banking shot. Not too many people can pull this off, but from a balcony perspective, that's the most difficult. I actually never got a banking shot from a mountain view perspective. It was pretty cool to get, but usually going to mountains, you can get these kind of pictures with the nice fall leaves or just beautiful greenery in the background. That's usually the type of place you can get banking shots. But who knew you can get this from a beach, from a balcony? So yeah, this is a young one. I guess it might be I'm not sure if it was male, female, whatever. But yeah, I was definitely happy to capture this moment. And it took me a minute to really pick out these images, guys. Like, it took me a while. And this one is almost 30 minutes. So I definitely do my best to fit it all under within 30 minutes. So this is another gorgeous female with two fish in its talons. One of my favorite. I'm sure you guys who's been on my channel for a while, you've seen these images before, but I don't know if you guys knew that I shot this manually with a manual lens. But in camera, I also shoot manual as well. But the most difficult aspect is shooting with the manual lens. But the settings of the camera, shooting manual is easy. But when it comes to actually photographing it with the lens, that's extremely difficult. So I had a very hard time. I wouldn't say it was a hard time, but because I've been practicing so long, I had a rough journey mastering that manual lens. And just to be able to capture such amazing imagery like this, and I think you guys can tell the difference between the manual one, the manual shots I'm showing you versus the other one that I showed you guys last week.
I do feel like the other one, the autofocus, is more crisp and sharp, but you can even tell from the manual shots that these don't look too bad at all. Like they look really good for a manual lens. You know what I mean? It's not easy to pull off this stuff. This is just a lower perspective of the bird. It's the panning perspective is different. But as you guys can probably tell, like when I'm shooting overhead like this, it's gonna be kind of tricky to keep the panning consistent. But mostly the bird is in the frame, so that's the most important thing, right? As you guys can probably tell that this is a female, and with the nice, I have to say, pyramid bib on his chest. The triangle is pointed down. I think of the element of water, because the element water has that sign where the triangle is inverted, and this is actually a female osprey. It's pretty cool. Not to get too metaphysical with you guys, but you know how I am. Alright, so this is a beautiful turkey vulture. Got this at Oregon Ridge Park. And yeah, at the time, the vultures are very cooperative. I've been there a few times this year, but haven't seen them in a while. But hopefully they'll come back. I just haven't been seeing them. I guess they've been traveling a lot. But this is one of the few images that I actually got of the turkey vulture. I didn't get this from my balcony this time. It was actually at the park, you know, doing the footwork and all that. But actually, I didn't really do much. I was sitting in one spot. Like I said, I don't have to wait for birds to come to me. I just observe the behavior of the birds, and I just wait. And that's exactly what I did. They literally just came right over, and they wanted their pictures taken, so I just took their pictures. They came to me, and that's basically what I do. So I don't chase anything. I just wait for things to happen, and things just happen, and I just get the pictures. Alright, this is the last image, guys. I know you guys are probably familiar with this one. This is like one of my very first images that I actually got with the lens that I was actually really happy of. Of course, this was after Virginia Beach, I think. I think I got this after Virginia Beach. But one of my favorite images of this beautiful red-tailed hawk. Very tack sharp image, guys. I got this at Cromwell Valley Park. And this is an interesting story. There was a pair of red tails, and they actually caught a snake, and they were just flying around one the snake, and their talons was pretty cool. I actually captured that. Got more images, but I just want to feature this because, like I said, this video is long enough, and yeah. But yeah, this is the last image. I really love this one. Very crisp and clear, and this is all manual. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoy watching, guys, and I will post another video, and I will see you guys later. Have a good day.